Good morning, guys. This is Dave Schmitz, resistancebandtraining.com, coming to you from the band gym today because I want to take you through some key stretches that I think are real important when it comes to people that struggle with knee pain. As I've gone through and explained, the key things with regards to foam rolling is lateral thigh, IT band and lateral thigh, as well as hip flexor and quad, and hip rotation. Basically, this combination of muscles very often tightens down and limits our ability to go ahead and keep our kneecap and our knee alignment from migrating inward. So as a result, these areas need to be mobilized from a foam roll standpoint, but they also need to be stretched. Let me take you through the band stretches that I think you want to dial in on that when it comes to having knee pain. The first and foremost important thing is use a size band that allows you to relax and easily stretch these areas. What you're going to do is you're going to take the band, and I suggest going ahead and wrapping it around your foot because it's going to be the most safe. All right, it won't slide off your foot. Then what I want you to do is, we've taken you through this before, but the hip rotation stretch is very easy to do. You just put your hand through the band, grip it between your index finger and your thumb. You're going to go ahead and pull down, all right, and lock out. Now ultimately, this is all you have to do. Just work on this stretch. Notice I start with my foot very high and I'm pulling straight down and just working at hip rotation. Now, if it's too difficult to put it in your hand there, you can go in this position and start here. But the key is you have to be bringing the foot towards your shoulder. That's the very important part of it. Make sure you're driving it down there. Now, the hip flexor quad stretch, the one I want you to start with is going ahead, laying on your right side, assuming the right knee is the painful knee. You're going to position yourself here and put the other foot here. Now, in this position, you can go ahead and just straighten and bend the elbow to go ahead and get used to the stretch. You want to make sure you're on your side while you're stretching. Get into this position and be able to relax. You can bring your hand in and do a little bit of rotational movement back to increase the stretch. You can go ahead and take up the slack on the band and make it tighter to increase the stretch. Again, we talked about bending the elbow and straightening the elbow. That's another option to go ahead and do it. Now, once you can get into this position, my guess is that if you can get into a good hip extended position on your right side and start stretching, this is going to be able to eliminate most of your knee discomfort and inflexibility issues. However, if you want to take it to the next level, you're going to go ahead and turn around, and now we're going to position this leg on the top. We're going to position this leg out in front and take it behind. Now here's the key. If you're tight along this lateral compartment, your knee is going to migrate up. As soon as you start to bring it down, pressure is going to build at your kneecap. That's why you need a small band, and that's also why I want you to start with the first stretch I showed you versus this one. However, if you can get into this position, put the knee down, band is locked out, now you can go ahead and nice and easy really start to lengthen out that lateral compartment of the thigh, which is going to be the other area that's very tight. Notice I'm up on my forearm, just relaxing and stretching down by lowering my body and bringing my body up. Yes, I can push out on the band and lower myself down. I'm also using my other hand here to support, but I'm just easily working into the position. At any point in time, I can take up slack on the band, stretch it out further. That will take my leg further back, and then I go back into the same stretches. So again, this is a more advanced stretch, but the beauty of this is it does get a lot more of the lateral compartment of your knee, and if you put yourself in this position and get yourself stable, it's a nice way to go ahead and stretch. Last thing I want to say is the key is this leg. You need to keep this leg way out in front. Don't let it get underneath you, because as soon as you do that, you can cheat through your low back. The bigger the distance is between this knee and that ankle, the better you're going to go ahead and keep your low back out of play so that you don't start compensating and cheating through your low back, and therefore now you have to go ahead and lengthen out the hip flexor and quadricep mechanism. Key stretches to go ahead and implement if you're starting to struggle with a lot of knee pain.